Chosen one. Can you feel it? The air is electric. The sky is humming. Time isn't just ticking, it's charging. Something sacred is unfolding. Not next week, not someday, now. July 7th isn't just a date, it's a divine appointment. You've been sensing this moment without fully understanding it. The repeated numbers, the restless nights, the unshakable feeling that something is coming. This is it. The 707 energy is not arriving. It has arrived, and it's looking for those who are ready. This isn't just astrology. This isn't hype. This is holy, a cosmic checkpoint, a vibrational gate, a divine test. You either rise with it or get reset by it. You were chosen before time began to witness this shift. And now the veil is thinner, the signs are louder, and the moment is more urgent than ever. This is your alignment hour, the moment where destiny is activated, the second where everything in your life starts to make sense. But only if you're ready to walk through the portal. Before we go any further, chosen soul, stop for a moment. Breathe. Feel this frequency. This is not just a video. This is a transmission, a divine message coded just for you. You didn't arrive here by accident. Your soul called this moment forth. Open your heart. Watch this message until the very end. Don't miss a single divine download that's meant for your elevation. Let the words sink into your bones and awaken what's been dormant. Then, in the comments, type your warmest wishes for yourself and for others walking this path. Type the sacred numbers 99 and 777 as a declaration that you are in alignment. And subscribe to this divine journey, because this isn't just a video. It's part of a series designed to activate your purpose, ignite your gifts, and reconnect you with the life your soul remembers. The wave has started, and you are not watching it. You are part of it. You've felt it building for weeks, maybe even months. A stirring in your spirit you couldn't explain. Restlessness without a name. Waves of emotion crashing out of nowhere. Dreams that felt too real. Time bending, speeding up, slowing down, standing still. You thought you were just tired. You thought maybe you were overthinking again. But no, this was preparation. This was divine recalibration. Your soul has been whispering to you, get ready. That whisper was not your imagination. It was a divine echo from the future calling you forward. Because the 707 portal isn't about superstition. It's not about luck. It's about spiritual maturity, alignment, arrival. This sacred energy doesn't knock on every door. It comes only to those who have walked through fire and didn't burn, who have lost everything and still chose love, who were rejected, not because they were unworthy, but because they were too sacred to be mishandled. You've been hidden on purpose, set apart. You weren't being punished, you were being preserved. This is why you felt disconnected from the noise of the world, why old passions have faded, why silence now feels holier than sound. Your spirit is syncing with the divine pulse of July 7th. You're not behind, you're not broken, you're not late. You are right on divine time. Everything that fell apart was actually falling into divine order. The job that ended, the relationship that crumbled, the opportunity that slipped through your fingers. You thought it was rejection, but heaven was redirecting you. The delays, divine protection. The heartbreaks, sacred redirection. The isolation, preparation for elevation. You didn't miss your moment. Your moment has been waiting for you. This 777 frequency, this divine energy, is not here to pity you. It's here to activate you. But not everyone will walk through this portal. Only those willing to release, to realign, to rise. You see, you can't take the old into the new. You can't carry betrayal into your blessing. You can't drag your past into your prophecy. Your hands must be empty to receive what is sacred. Let go of what drained you. Let go of what didn't see you. Let go of what made you shrink. Stop trying to fix what God is calling you to release. This isn't about repair. It's about rebirth. The universe is ready to hand you a new script. But first, you must drop the old story. The one where you were the wounded one, the forgotten one, the one who always had to fight just to survive. That story ends now. You are not here to repeat cycles. You're here to break them. You are not here to settle. You're here to soar. This is your turning point. The moment where everything begins to accelerate, but only if you are willing to say, I release what was, so I can receive what is. This isn't about fixing what's broken. This is about stepping into what has already been prepared for you. You don't need to go back and gather the old pieces. You're not being called to restore the ruins. You're being called to build something completely new, something divine, something lasting, something holy. The roles that made you small, the people who couldn't recognize your light, the situations that demanded you to shrink just to survive, they no longer have access to your next chapter. What's ahead of you isn't waiting on your perfection. It's waiting on your permission. Will you release the grip on your past long enough to receive the gift of your future? Will you choose courage over comfort, vision over victimhood, alignment over attachment? Because chosen one, the reset doesn't just happen to anyone. The reset happens to those who resist the call. But you're not here to be reset. You're here to activate. You're not here to repeat survival stories. You're here to write legacy. This moment is sacred. This frequency is intentional. This divine energy is only flowing to those who are ready to move when heaven says, move. You've been kept hidden for a divine reason. Not because you were unworthy, but because you were being refined in sacred secrecy. You weren't buried, you were planted. While the world thought you were fading, heaven was fortifying you. While others were chasing stages, you were being shaped in silence. You weren't overlooked, you were reserved. The darkness you walked through was not your destruction. It was your initiation. A spiritual training ground, a holy wilderness where your spirit was strengthened, your discernment sharpened, and your identity reborn. Now, the veil is lifting. This moment, this frequency, this divine hour is not about being seen. It's about being sent. July 7th is not just a date, it is an activation point, and it will amplify everything. If you're aligned, expect a surge, sudden clarity, sudden breakthroughs, sudden favor. But if you're out of alignment, expect disruptions, expect discomfort, expect divine correction. Because this energy doesn't lie. It reflects what's within. You are either in alignment or in avoidance. You are either flowing or resisting. You are either ascending or clinging to a version of yourself that's no longer true. This isn't about hype. It's not about performance. It's about holy truth. And you, chosen one, are being summoned into it. You must understand, July 7th is not a joke. The 777 code marks divine completion and sacred beginnings. It is the energetic signature of spiritual mastery and rebirth. What you do with this energy will echo far beyond a single day. The choices you make now will ripple into the next 7 years of your life. You've been waiting for the light to turn green. This is it. Go, move, decide, create, speak, release, forgive, begin. Don't wait until everything makes sense. Make sense of what your soul already knows. You are not who you were last week. You are not who you were yesterday. The energy of 777 is realigning your identity to match your calling. That's why nothing feels the same. That's why you're drawn to this message right now. You didn't click by mistake. Your soul summoned this. Chosen one, everything around you may look the same. But inside, everything is different now. Something has been activated in your spirit that cannot be undone. You're no longer interested in repeating old cycles. You're no longer available for situations that drain you. You're no longer willing to shrink just to make others comfortable. This is not a phase. This is your becoming. This is what the 777 energy on July 7th is stirring inside of you. It's calling you higher, not with noise, but with clarity, not with chaos, but with conviction. You may find yourself pulling back from people, places, and habits that once felt like home. That's because your spirit has outgrown them. You are no longer compatible with what was never meant to hold your full power. The universe is clearing space, not to punish you, but to position you. You are being ushered into new alignment. And yes, it feels uncomfortable. Yes, it feels uncertain. But that tension you're feeling, that's what transformation feels like. That rejection, redirection. That delay, divine setup. That silence, strategic pause. You are being refined. And refined doesn't mean forgotten. It means focused. It means heaven has its eye on you. It means your name is being whispered in rooms you haven't entered yet. It means your breakthrough is being prepared behind the veil while you align yourself on the front lines. This 707 alignment is not for the faint of heart. It's for the brave ones, the ones who kept going when no one was clapping, the ones who healed themselves in silence, the ones who chose growth over comfort, the ones who forgave even when it hurt. You are not ordinary, Tut. You are divine frequency in human form. And now it's time to remember what you carry. You carry wisdom that came through storms. You carry grace that was carved in pain. You carry light that no darkness could extinguish. Don't minimize your vision to match your surroundings. Don't settle just because waiting hurts. Don't numb yourself to fit into numb environments. You weren't made for that. You were made to awaken others simply by being awake. Your life is the activation. Your truth is the revolution. So let this be the season you stop apologizing for who you are. Let this be the season you stop hiding. Let this be the season you stop editing your spirit to be digestible. You are not here to please the crowd. You are here to carry the code, the 777 code. And when you walk with that energy, doors open, not because of who you know, but because of what you carry. You carry answers. You carry healing. You carry frequency. And those who are meant for you will recognize it instantly. No explanation required. You are not too late. You are not too old. You are not too broken. You are not too much. You are exactly on time for this. The 717 frequency is not something outside of you. It's within you. You've been feeling it. Now you're walking in it. This isn't manifestation. This is divine manifestation. It's deeper than attracting things. It's becoming the thing that attracts all things aligned. You don't chase what is yours. You magnetize it. Chosen one, The countdown to July 7th isn't just a date, it's a declaration. You are either ready or you are reset. You are either flowing with the current or clinging to the past. But you cannot do both. Your energy must be aligned. Your focus must be sharp. Your heart must be open. This isn't the time to second-guess your worth. This isn't the time to shrink your light. The world doesn't need more noise. It needs more soul. And your soul has something to say. Let the fire in you speak. Let the truth in you rise. Let the light in you expand. You were never meant to live in survival mode. You were created to reign in divine rhythm. And this 707 alignment is restoring the rhythm. It's realigning timelines. It's correcting generational patterns. It's bringing justice to areas of your life that have been imbalanced for too long. It's restoring dignity to your walk. It's unlocking wealth, not just financial, but spiritual, emotional, energetic. You are rich in purpose. You are wealthy in truth. You are abundant in presence. So don't measure your readiness by how loud the world gets. Measure it by how quiet your spirit becomes. Peace is the proof. Clarity is the confirmation. You know what to do. You know what to let go. You know who you are when no one's watching. Now live from that knowing. The 707 energy is not asking you to do more. It's asking you to be more. Chosen one, take this moment and breathe again, not just to stay alive, but to feel what it means to truly exist in your power. This July 7th isn't a random date. It's a spiritual checkpoint. It's not about superstition or surface rituals. It's about soul readiness. The universe doesn't respond to effort alone. It responds to energy. And the 707 frequency? That's the energy of unshakable identity, spiritual authority, and energetic clarity. You are being asked to stop trying to earn your way into alignment. You were always worthy. Now you're simply being invited to walk in what's already yours. This isn't about waiting on a sign anymore. The sign is here. The time is now. The door is open, and you're not on the outside trying to be let in. You are the key. That's what July 7th is waking up in you. You've been prepared for this moment in secret. Every heartbreak, every disappointment, every closed door, every lonely night, every confusing chapter. It all built something in you that no shortcut ever could. You carry weight now, the kind of weight that doesn't break you, but grounds you. Don't underestimate how far you've come just because it didn't come with applause. Growth doesn't always look glamorous. Sometimes it looks like outgrowing friendships. Sometimes it feels like crying in silence. Sometimes it feels like not having the words to explain your shift to people who never saw your spirit anyway. That's okay. You're not becoming someone new. You're remembering someone ancient, the real you. The you that was always there beneath the layers of expectation, pain, pressure, and programming. You are returning to truth, and truth will always require shedding. That's why it feels uncomfortable. That's why the weight of things you once carried so easily now feels unbearable. You've outgrown versions of yourself that you used to survive. You no longer need them. The universe is calling you to travel lighter, not because you're losing, but because you're gaining altitude. This 777 frequency is an invitation to rise, not for status, not for show, but to rise into the energy that supports your destiny. You weren't created to fit in boxes. You weren't created to settle for predictable paths. You weren't created to obey fear. You were created to blaze, to birth, to build, to shine. You may feel like the things you want are too big, but that's only because you're still comparing them to what you used to think was possible. The 707 portal is here to erase every false limitation and expand your vision. It's here to whisper, you haven't even scratched the surface. It's here to disrupt your patterns so that you can finally live in your power. Chosen one, you've walked through too much to stay silent. You've survived too much to keep hiding. You've been chosen, not because you're perfect, but because you're ready. You're not just carrying potential anymore, you're carrying permission. Permission to live boldly, to speak clearly, to move differently. You don't owe anyone an explanation for your evolution. You owe it to yourself to not delay it any longer. Every area of your life is receiving this frequency. Relationships are being reset. Resources are being redirected. Roles are being redefined. Everything is shifting to match your next chapter. Don't panic when something breaks. Some things need to break before they bless. The cracking you feel is not collapse. It's the container of your old life making room for the next one. You are not being tested. You are being transformed. 707 is the end of pretending and the beginning of embodying. And embodiment means you don't wait until everything is perfect to walk in your truth. You walk now, you decide now, you trust now. The alignment doesn't come from conditions around you. It comes from conviction within you. Because somewhere deep down, you already know you've been chosen for this. Not just to witness the energy, but to carry it, to shape it, to move with it, to become it. You are the vessel, the channel, the bridge between what has been and what is possible. You don't have to convince anyone. Your alignment will speak louder than words. You don't need to prove anything. Your glow will testify, and those who are meant to walk with you will never need to be convinced. They will simply recognize you. Chosen one, this energy doesn't wait for permission. It demands readiness. You don't need a 5-step plan. You need one decision. I am ready. That's how the shift begins. That's how timelines collapse. That's how realities rearrange. One moment of full alignment is more powerful than years of hesitant movement. So if you've been waiting for a sign, this is it. If you've been waiting for the courage, this is it. If you've been waiting for the right moment, this is it. The first and most important thing you must do on July the 7th is this. Be still and tune in. Before you rush, before you scroll, before you distract yourself, go inward. July 7th is not about doing more, it's about becoming aligned. Wake up slowly, ground yourself, let your first words be intentional. Speak power, speak gratitude, speak purpose. Don't jump into the noise of the world, step into the silence of your soul. That silence is where your next assignment will reveal itself. Start your day in complete alignment. Wake up with no alarms of panic. Do not begin the day in reaction. Begin it in reverence. The first thoughts you release into the world on this day will shape the energy you receive back. So speak as if you are already in the life you dream of. Speak from the future you, the you who is healed, abundant, joyful, radiant. July 7th is a mirror. What you send out will return amplified. Next, cleanse your space, energetically and physically. Your environment speaks loudly to the universe. If your space is cluttered, your energy will be too. You don't need perfection. You need intention. Light a candle. Play high-frequency sounds. Open your windows and let fresh air reset the vibration. You are signaling that you are preparing for something sacred. You are making space for the divine to land. This day is a spiritual homecoming, and your space should reflect your readiness. After cleansing, write. Journal as if your spirit is speaking directly to you, because it is. Write what you've been feeling, fearing, hoping for. Then write what you are ready to release. Write what you are ready to become. And don't hold back. This is not a time for shallow words. Let the pen become a wand and the page a portal. Your written word on July 7th is more powerful than ever. What you write carries intention, and intention is the engine of creation. Then move your body with sacred awareness. Whether it's through stretching, walking, dancing, or just breathing deeply, you must physically anchor the energy. This is how you ground the shift. Energy lives in motion, and your body is the temple where spirit lives. When you move with love, you signal to the universe, I am ready to embody the life I have claimed. This isn't about exercise. It's about honoring the vessel that carries your calling. Midday, disconnect from digital noise. The world will be louder than ever, but your breakthrough isn't in the noise. It's in the quiet. Take time to be unreachable. Step away from social media. Refrain from the endless scroll. Instead, listen. Listen to the silence. Listen to nature. Listen to your breath. The divine speaks quietly, but clearly to those who are willing to unplug. You don't need another opinion. You need your own knowing. Now, chosen one, this is important. Do something today that aligns with the version of you've been becoming. It doesn't have to be grand. Maybe it's starting the project you've been postponing. Maybe it's saying no where you always said yes. Maybe it's finally forgiving yourself, or finally making that call. July 7th is a day for action rooted in alignment. A sacred step, however small, carries enormous weight today. When your actions match your highest self, the universe rushes in to meet you. At some point in the evening, sit in sacred reflection. Light a candle, close your eyes, place your hand on your heart, and breathe deeply. Let your body soften. Let your spirit speak. Ask one question only. What am I being called to step into? And then listen. Don't force the answer. Feel it. It may not come in words. It may come as an image, a feeling, a knowing. That's enough. Trust that what you feel is real. Before you sleep, do this. Speak a closing declaration aloud. Something like, I am in alignment with divine energy. I open myself fully to receive the shift meant for me. I no longer chase, I attract. I no longer fear, I flow. I no longer wait, I rise. I am chosen and I am ready. Say it as many times as you need until you feel it in your bones. Speak it until the energy moves through your chest. You are not just speaking words, you are anchoring transformation. And finally, rest. Not just physically, but spiritually. Let your sleep be sacred. Allow your spirit to integrate what your body cannot yet understand. You may receive vivid dreams. You may feel heat in your body. You may feel waves of emotion. Let it happen. This is the energy of divine rewiring. You are not being overwhelmed. You are being awakened. Remember, the power of July 7th isn't in doing everything perfectly. It's in being present, being aligned, being honest. Let the energy move through you, not around you. Let yourself be moved, even if you don't fully know what's next. You don't need all the answers. You just need to show up. Because those who show up fully on July 7th, hearts open, minds clear, spirits expectant, will experience divine acceleration. What took months will take moments. What felt delayed will suddenly arrive. What felt locked will be unlocked. This is not superstition. This is synchronization. The portal is real. The energy is real. The shift is real. And now you know what to do. You are not waiting for the energy. The energy is waiting for you to show up with intention. So rise on July the 7th, like the chosen one you are. Walk with reverence. Move with grace. Speak with power. Listen with presence. And above all, believe, not in chance, but in divine precision. You are not preparing for a miracle. You are becoming one. Chosen one, July the 7th, is not a day for distractions. It is not a day for socializing, explaining, or convincing. It is a day for divine separation. And though this may feel unfamiliar or even lonely, it is sacred. On this day, your focus must return fully to you. Your path, your truth, your energy. Because when you are entering into alignment with a frequency as rare and divine as the 707 portal, the last thing you need is the noise of other people's fears, expectations, or confusion clouding your clarity. This is not about cutting people off out of spite. This is about retreating out of necessity. You cannot hear divine instructions when you're surrounded by earthly distractions. You cannot download your next steps when you're drowning in other people's opinions. The clarity you need will only come in stillness, and stillness is impossible in crowds. So for this one day, and maybe longer, let your focus be you. Your energy field is incredibly sensitive right now, and it should be. You're at a spiritual threshold. Anything and anyone that pulls you away from your truth is too expensive to entertain. The 707 frequency is like a spiritual software update, and if you don't unplug from the world around you, the update will stall. You cannot be fully present for your own becoming while tending to everyone else's chaos. Not today. On July the 7th, avoid drama, avoid gossip, avoid aimless conversations, avoid phone calls that drain you, avoid scrolling social media just to compare yourself, avoid explaining your silence. You don't need to be rude, you just need to be rooted. Your peace is your power, and if something costs your peace, it's too expensive for this season. Be unapologetically selfish with your time and space on this day. This is not just self-care, this is spirit care. You are being rewired, rebalanced, and restored. If you let outside energy interfere, you risk delaying what's meant for you. Not because you're unworthy, but because divine timing requires total presence. You can't be halfway in. You must be all in, with your mind, your heart, your focus. Silence is not loneliness on July 7th, it's sacred soil. That silence is where your next instructions will grow. That silence is where healing will accelerate. That silence is where your ancestors, your guides, your inner voice will speak. But they won't shout, they whisper. And to hear a whisper, you must be willing to get quiet and stay quiet. Chosen one, the people around you may not understand the level of energy you're stepping into. And that's okay. This path isn't for the masses, it's for the marked. And you've been marked by frequency, not popularity. You're not being arrogant by stepping back. You're being obedient. Because to carry this level of divine energy, your vessel must be cleared and your boundaries must be firm. Don't spend this sacred day explaining your vision to those who cannot see. Don't waste your breath trying to prove your growth to those still committed to your old version. You are not who you were, and you shouldn't have to apologize for it. This day requires more than stillness. It requires solitude. And in that solitude, you will remember things you forgot. You will uncover gifts that were buried. You will receive divine ideas and messages. You will feel your own power pulsing stronger. The same way a phone charges best when it's left untouched, you too charge best when disconnected from the world. This is not the time to people please. This is not the time to answer every call. This is not the time to host, serve, or prove anything to anyone. This is the time to go within, to sit with your own spirit, to reconnect with the highest version of yourself. You've been busy pouring into others. Today, pour into you. You've been showing up for the world. Today, show up for your soul. If someone reaches out, it's okay to reply tomorrow. If someone doesn't understand, let them think what they will. You're not available for explanations. You're available for elevation. And elevation always comes with separation. Not to isolate you, but to insulate you. You are not alone. You are surrounded by divine energy. And that energy is most potent when you are most focused. So today, unplug to recharge, withdraw to rise, be silent to receive. Your presence is enough, your stillness is powerful, and your solitude is sacred. You don't need anyone to hold space for you right now. You are the space. You don't need validation to be worthy. You don't need witnesses to be seen. You don't need noise to be known. You are divine energy wrapped in human form. And on July the 7th, that energy is awakening in full force if you're willing to step back and let it rise. So breathe deeper, stand taller, walk slower, speak softer, listen more, and above all, be with yourself, fully, gently, lovingly, as if the entire universe is pouring into you. Because it is. And remember, chosen one, if you miss the noise today, you'll miss the message. If you chase connection today, you'll block clarity. If you make yourself available to everyone else today, you'll become unavailable to yourself. So choose you. On July the 7th, protect your power, and the power will protect you. Chosen one, the countdown has ended. The door is not about to open, it is already open. This is the moment everything shifts, if you're ready. July 7th isn't waiting for you to feel perfect. It's not waiting for you to be fearless. It's not waiting for your circumstances to change. It's waiting for you to decide. Readiness isn't a feeling, it's a choice. And on this day, the power is in your hands. You don't need another sign. You don't need another message. You don't need another confirmation. The energy is alive. The portal is active. The 7777 frequency is here, now. And you must meet it with presence, with attention, with full alignment. Be ready, not in theory, but in posture. Be ready with your heart open. Be ready with your spirit listening. Be ready to drop anything that doesn't align with who you're becoming. That's the test. And that's the reward. You're not being asked to prove anything. You're being asked to receive what has already been written for you. So what does being ready really mean? It means being willing to let go of your excuses. It means standing in your power even if your legs are trembling. It means waking up on July 7th and saying, I trust what I cannot see because I know what I feel. Being ready means moving even when the path isn't fully visible. It means showing up to the unknown like it already belongs to you. It means embodying your future energy now, Not when you have it all, but because you know it's already yours in spirit. You don't need to be fearless to be ready. You just need to stop letting fear be the loudest voice in the room. Fear will always knock, but on July the 7th, you do not answer. You rise. You step forward anyway. And the moment your energy aligns with readiness, everything, and I mean everything, begins to shift. Be ready to receive. Be ready to release. Be ready to rise. Release the identity that was shaped by survival. Release the timeline you forced out of fear. Release the story you've told yourself that kept you small. You are not that version anymore. The 777 code doesn't come to the wounded, it comes to the willing. Willing to heal, willing to expand, willing to say, I'm ready now. Be ready for sudden blessings. Things you didn't earn with effort, but aligned with by frequency. Unexpected breakthroughs, phone calls that change everything. Inner shifts that change your outer world. A message in a dream. A peace you can't explain. These aren't accidents, they are the results of your inner alignment. The energy of July 7th moves fast. It won't wait for overthinking. It won't wait for perfection. It's like a wave. You either ride it with faith or miss it with fear. The divine doesn't send this kind of energy without purpose. And you weren't guided to this message just to feel inspired. You were chosen to activate. That's what being ready is. It's saying yes to what's bigger than you. It's saying yes before you know all the details. It's saying yes to your divine contract. And it's not just about what's happening to you, it's about what's about to happen through you. You are becoming the open gate, the clear vessel, the divine channel for the miracle to land on earth. Your readiness sends a signal, and that signal echoes in every dimension. The right people feel it. The right opportunities find you. The universe rushes to respond. Don't overcomplicate your readiness. You don't need to say the perfect words. You don't need to meditate for hours or wait for fireworks in the sky. You just need to be honest. Tell the universe with your spirit, I'm not perfect, but I'm available. I'm not fully clear, but I'm fully open. I may not feel strong, but I say yes anyway. That is enough. July 7th isn't about becoming someone else. It's about remembering who you've always been. And from that remembrance, walking in new energy, new standards, new boldness. You are not who you were before this portal opened. You have been rewired, realigned, restored. You are the evidence that transformation is real. So when the clock strikes, don't look around. Look within. When the noise rises, don't shrink. Expand. When the doubt whispers, don't pause, speak power. This is your divine intersection, where alignment meets acceleration. What you've been praying for is already in motion. And when you show up with full faith, it shows up in full force. So chosen one, as July 7th unfolds, move with reverence. Speak with clarity. Expect confirmation. Trust divine timing. Detach from what left. Embody what's arriving. Let this day mark a new frequency in your life. A day you always look back on and say, that's the day everything changed. Because I was finally ready. This is not a reset. This is a rebirth. You're not starting over. You're starting higher. You are not the same person who walked into this energy, and you'll never shrink back again. The 777 wave is rising. Let it lift you. Let it carry you. Let it transform you. Be ready.